ScouterStan. The EDGE method. Now we all know that that's an acronym for explain, demonstrate, guide, and enable. Very important. EDGE is one of those skills that we teach young people to teach others how to do a skill. As an adult leader, we need to understand in great detail all of the aspects of EDGE. When should a scout learn the EDGE method? I believe that a scout should learn this as soon as they want to learn a scout skill. They should get it explained, demonstrated, guided towards that process, and then enable them. Keeping that in mind, Cub Scouts, Scouts, crew people, you name it, they all can use the EDGE method. Now, pack leaders might resist using the EDGE method for training, mainly because we're dealing with only adults. The parents and the adult leadership run the entire pack. Teaching a skill or teaching skill training to a young person may not work out for younger Cub Scouts. As Cub Scouts go into Webelos, they are starting to learn these new skills, and using that EDGE method, teaching that EDGE method helps. Now, not all leaders are scout facing. I'll put a video up there. Scout facing has a lot to do with the training of the scout. Backstage, this may not come up, but it maybe comes up in boards of review when backstage people are directly interacting with a scout in a board of review. This could actually be a very critical thing to make sure the scout understands. Now, when we really get into it, the scout leaders tend to go into overboard with explaining. And if they don't explain enough, they start demonstrating right away. So that is a big no. You don't want to do that. You've got to explain the entire skill before you demonstrate. Now, the majority of the time should be focused on guiding the scout doing the skill. Explaining is fine, demonstrating is fine. Please do that quickly, but spend most of the focus on guiding. The final step, of course, is enabling. That means get out of the way. Okay? You have to let them go. Scouting is a safe place to fail. So if they miss a part of that, they can definitely go back through the EDGE process and learn the skill. You have to enable them to do it. You have to give them the right tools to do the skill, the right rope, the right whatever skill is being focused on. You have to have the materials there. If you teach a scout a knot, how to tie a knot, don't just walk away. You're more than likely to be coming back to teach them that same knot again and again. You have to use the EDGE method. You have to explain how the knot goes together. You need to know all of the knot tying terminology, the technology of what to use it for. That all has to be explained, and you need to know that. You need to be able to demonstrate the knot, and a lot of times you can explain and demonstrate at the same time. When you guide the scout, have them hold the rope, not you. Okay? That's important. Stand behind the scout so that you are using your right hand to guide the scout. You using your words, as you explained, and you help them learn where the rope should go. That's it. At that point, you stand back and you enable them to tie the knot again and again and again. That's very important. That is that EDGE method. That's why it's so important. The EDGE method is not reserved for just scouts. It can be used to teach life lessons, and it can be taught or used to teach adults. As an example, try this simple recruiting process for your unit. Explain to your adult leaders that you need help. You need adults to step up and start participating, or else your unit is going to fail. Explain that you need adults to sign up and help out tonight. Scouting isn't hard if we all jump in and do something. It's impossible to do scouting without your participation. Now demonstrate by going over to the light switch and flip that switch. In the dark, tell them this is what it's like if we don't get any new leaders. No camping. No scouting events. No scouting adventures. Nothing. And worst of all, when the light comes on, your youth is looking at the adults. Now guide them by showing them an already set up laptop on how to do My Scouting and get an account set up for every adult leader so that they can do their youth protection and get the process started. Now once you've guided them through that process of setting up the myscouting.org account, once you've started that process, you're enabling them by handing them an adult application so that they can do their training, so that they can get their application submitted with their youth protection, and that is how you enable them to move forward. Now, a lot of people might think that that's a little pushy, but honestly, using the EDGE method with adults works. Most of the time, adults do not participate because they have never been asked. That's terrible. We need to ask every adult to do something. The smallest thing is one less thing someone else has to do. So getting involved, stepping up. This is a dramatic way to make it quite obvious to all adults and the youth to understand how important it is. EDGE method can be used for a lot of different things. As you've seen here, it's not hard to do. You don't have to have a huge thing going on. You can easily use EDGE method through everything in scouting. That's one of the wonderful things that we do as scouts. Keep up the good hard work, which I know you do. And go ahead and send me a message if you got a better demo. Let me know. So until then, I will see you on the trail.